going to solve a problem on Lem's theorem, and I have taken an example of cable problem. The statement is given here. Compute the tension in the string AB, BC and CD as shown in figure. The figure is also given. Look at the figure once. Suppose A and D are fixed, whereas the angle at A, the portion AB is making angle theta with respect to x, whereas at B we have a vertical force of 1000 Newton, whereas portion BC is making an angle 30 degree at B. At C a vertical load of 500 Newton is given. At D the portion CD is making an angle 60 degree at D. Let us try to draw the free body diagram first. First and foremost thing in this cable problem is we need to draw the free body diagram. First let me draw the free body diagram at joint B. So to do that, first draw a plus mark. Now portion BA is in second quadrant, so draw a line, inclined line. As I told that in a cable experience only tensile force, the direction of the tensile force should be away from the joint considered. I have considered joint B, but the direction of unknown forces should be away from the joint considered, because all segments will experience only tensile force and it is unknown, so T stands for tension in portion BA. Okay, now look at here. This is something like this they have given. If this angle is theta at A, at B this angle will be theta. So based on this we will take this angle as theta. Now we have one more segment, that is BC, which is in fourth quadrant. So take a inclined line in a fourth quadrant. The arrow mark should be moving away from the joint considered, and this angle is 30 degree as it is given here. With respect to x at B it is 30 degree. Okay, now then we have vertically acting downward force of 1000 Newton, and this inclined portion is T tension in portion BC, so BC. Okay, now count the number of unknowns here. TBA, TBC and theta, 3 unknowns, so we cannot directly apply the Lem's theorem. So it is very advantage if you resolve it along x and y. That we do later, because totally we have 3 unknowns, so no need to apply Lem's theorem first here. Let us try to draw the free body diagram at C. Free body diagram at C. Now again draw a plus mark. Look at this figure. Now at joint C a vertical downward acting force of 500 Newton is given, so as it is. Then this portion CD is in first quadrant, so it is TCD, which is making an angle. Look at here, it is something like this. If this angle is 60, so this angle will be 60. So for this TCD, because I have considered joint C, so the angle made by TCD at joint C is 60 degree with respect to x. Similarly, at B, if it is making an angle 30, at C this angle will be 30. So for portion this CB, it's again a tensile force TCB. The angle made by this TCB with respect to x is 30 degree, right? And we know that TBC will be equal to TCB because both are single. It is a single member. The force from B and C should be same but opposite in direction, something like this. When you consider B, the arrow mark should be moving away. When you consider C, it should be moving away. When you add these two under equilibrium condition, the force induced in BC should be 0. Okay. So now look at here. In this free body diagram, totally we have 3 number of force acting at a point. 1 is known, 2 are unknown. So we can easily apply the Lem's theorem. So let us try to apply the Lem's theorem. To apply the Lem's theorem, we need remaining angles. So in a first quadrant, if it is 60, this is 30. In a second quadrant, if the 30 it is 60, this is 90, it is 90. Okay, as simple as that. The thing is that what I have done is, with the arc I have shown the force which is given. Without arc I have shown the force which we have calculated. So by which we can bifurcate which is given and which is not, which we have calculated. Now apply Lem's theorem. applying Lem's theorem. So first write known force, which is 500 divided by sine of. I have taken 500. This force I have considered. The opposite two forces are TCB and TCD. The angle between these two, we need what the Lem's theorem states. Each force is directly proportional to the sine of angle between the opposite two forces. So when I consider 500, the opposite two forces become TCB and TCD. The angle between these two is 60 plus 30 or 30 plus 60, both one and the same, which is equal to, now I will consider TCB divided by sine of. When I consider TCB, this force I have considered. When I consider this force, the opposite two forces become TCD and 500. We need to consider this is the one force, this is another force. The angle between these two we supposed to consider. So divided by sine of angle between these two is 90 plus 60 is equal to TCD divided by sine of. When I consider TCD, the opposite two forces are when I consider TCD, opposite to this force are TCB and this 500. The angle between these two is 90 and 30. 90 plus 30 is the total angle between these two forces. 90 plus 30 is the total angle between these two forces. Now it is very easy. First consider first to calculate TCB. TCB, just what you do is cross multiply the denominator to the numerator, 500 into sine of 150 divided by sine 90. This works out to be 400 Newton. Just make use of a calculation and calculate. Now TCD, compare first and last. So just denominator multiply with 500. So 500 into sine of 120 divided by sine 90. It is 692.82 Newton. These are the answers. Okay. Now what we do is, considering joint free body diagram or C, joint C, we have got the value of TCB and TCD. As the question asked me is to calculate the value of TAB, TBC and TCD, in which we have got these two value. We are supposed to calculate TAB. Along with that, we are supposed to calculate theta as well. Now I will make use of this free body diagram. Okay, this free body diagram. Here we can apply Lem's theorem. So what we are supposed to do is, we'll resolve the forces which are inclined. Now in a second quadrant we have force of TAB, which is making an angle theta. Theta is given with respect to x, so x component is cos. Bring this force to x, it is acting towards left. TBA cos theta. Bring the same force to y, it is acting upward. It is TBA sin theta. Okay, I resolve the force which is in second quadrant. Now coming to fourth quadrant, I have force of TBC, which is making an angle 30. Again the angle given is with respect to x, so x component is cos. So right side acting force TBC cos 30. Now bring the same force to y, it is acting downward. It is TBC sin 30. And 1000 is acting vertically down, so this 1000 Newton as it is, no change. Now apply the Lem's theorem here. Summation of h is equal to 0. Our sign convention is right side acting force are positive, left side acting force are negative. Now here we have two forces TBC cos 30 minus TBA cos theta is equal to 0. So we'll get TBA cos theta is equal to TBA cos theta is equal to 346.41. I have just made use of calci. I will show here. Because we know the value of TBC, which is 400, so 400 cos 30, 347.41. Okay, call this as equation number 1. Now will you make use of summation of V is equal to 0. Our sign convention is upward acting force are positive, downward acting force are negative. So here TBA sin theta is acting upward plus minus TBC Sine 30 minus 1000 is equal to 0. We want TBA sine theta is equal to. Now we know the value of TBC here. TBC is 400. Okay, this is TBC 400. Sine 30 plus 1000, because when this 2 goes to RHS it become plus. So it is 1200. Call this as equation number 2. So now divide. We got 2 equation and we have 2 unknowns. We can easily calculate. Divide equation 2 by equation 1. We get TBA sin theta is equal to 1200 divided by TBA cos theta is equal to 346.41. TBA get cancelled. We get tan theta is equal to divided by 346.41. It is 3.46, where theta is 73.90 degree, and this is the value of theta. From equation, any one equation, you can take equation 1 and equation 2 to calculate the value of TBA. From equation 1 we get, what is equation 1? TBA we want. TBA I will rewrite 346.41 divided by cos of 73.90. So we'll get TBA is equal to 1249.15 Newton. This is the answer.